And okay, looks like we're live. So hello everyone, Nehruy here, and welcome back. Yes, we are doing this game twice in a row because, well, for one, didn't have any better ideas of what to do, and since it's been pointed out that one of our potential members here might not be available for the whole time, well, that makes a multiplayer thing more difficult to do. So, instead, we're going to be just continuing with the Outer Worlds because, for one, there's still a murder mystery to solve, and, well, the dumb options have been so damn good here so far.
Now we gotta see who done it. Who done did it?
We all know who did it.
Yes, we know Satoshi.
Nah, it was Mia.
Satoshi in the lavatory with a candlestick.
Candlestick is weak game.
Okay. So, let's see. Let's start off with this faction quest while we're here, anyway. So, all in that general direction.
All hail the Hypno Toad. Oh, that's especially bad for you. Those look like mosquito bee mixtures.
Remember, we heard about those damn things the last time they dropped the name Waspito.
Oh, that's right. But at the same point, like I said, I know you're not a fan of them, let's say.
I mean, it's been pretty much pointed out I have that phobia.
Oh, I know. I was just trying to be nice about it, you know?
Appreciated.
Why do you think I deliberately avoid doing stuff with bees or anything, especially in RPs and other stuff? Because you told me you didn't like them.
Not to mention, we've also got bloody parasites.
Doing this.
Ugh.
Yeah, that's a lot of slugs. I think you can sort of tell what the slugs do by what that person said, or one effect of them.
Nope. Nuh-uh. No way. Nope. Negative. Negatory. Nope. Nope.
I was just asking you to sort of tell what it does.
Failed to mention the Orchard Storage Warehouse. Without this impressive-looking building, there would simply
Just
be no
smile.
Gaze in amazement at the impressive construction of the front door, the sleek roof and glittering piping, the lush walls, keeping this gem hidden from the rest of the orchard. This warehouse is truly a wonder. One can only guess at the secrets contained within.
Oh, a nursery. Oh, yeah, see it? Oh, God. Don't tell me this is a nursery full of things.
I will say I like Rizzo's color choice. It is kind of kind of my go-to palette, but at the same time, yeah, didn't think someone was in here.
Hey, you stealing? No. But you read those fast.
Not that I read them, just got them and went through them real quick.
Okay, I was gonna say, I thought I read fast.
Yeah, I'm a very slow reader. We'd be here all day if I stopped to read every little thing.
Real slick.
Oop. Ordnance Control Armor Platinum. Let's see, Ellie, how does this look compared to what you had before? Higher level? Good. Some proper armor again. Still don't have a good equivalent to for armor, so...
I was gonna say, did you put on that bellboy hat you got essay, or wasn't that any better than your stuff?
It was good. It gave Ellie some more armor. I don't use I don't super rely on technical time dilation.
Fair enough, fair enough.
Besides, I'm looking for stuff that gives me helps to like sneak.
Yeah, that's fair.
Inspiration.
I'm surprised you still have the moon helmet on. Well, actually,
Yeah, I swapped it.
Oh, I thought I saw it earlier. I guess I must have been having flashbacks.
And also, don't think I didn't notice that that these effusive hosts were basically vomiting up goo juice and throwing it at me.
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby.
Oh.
Congratulations, Inspector. You've discovered more footprints belonging to the deceased actress known as Halcyon Helen.
And look, right near them.
Timeline discrepancy detected near... Congratulations, Inspector. You've discovered more footprints belonging to the deceased actress known as Halcyon Helen.
You know, I'm not sure I like the fact that the guy died with a submachine gun right outside that place. Yeah, community service award, whatever that does.
Mostly just junk that I can sell.
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby. Timeline discrepancy detected nearby. Congratulations, Inspector. You've discovered more footprints belonging to the deceased actress known as... Timeline discrepancy detected nearby.
Aha, inside.
Stand in awe before our huge Rizzo's Hothouse Conservatory trademark. This building hosts almost as many plant breeds as we have delicious products. Almost. Are you wondering about that omnipresent, warm, and fragrant mist? That's just our all-natural fertilizing spray, made of pureed sissy pig waste products. From nature, back to nature. Our spray is part of the cycle of life. Note, Rizzo's discourages inhalation of its safe and natural liquid fertilizer. In case of accidental inhalation, please record any unusual effects and give that record to the nearest Rizzo's employee as quickly as possible. Remember, you are part of the Rizzo's family. Be kind to your family.
Right.
Congratulations, Inspector. You've discovered more footprints belonging to the deceased actress known as Halcyon Helen.
Hey, what are you doing in here? Are you authorized to be in the conservatory? Are you trying to give me a heart attack? Are you my ex-wife? No, she fell off the side of Eridanos under mysterious circumstances 6 years ago, conveniently rendering our marriage contract null. You must be the new groundskeeper?
Okay.
I
Suspicious.
can't. Now the new one hasn't died yet. Just who are you?
I don't care. I'm not reading the other ones.
You're right the rest time. I returned from beyond the grave to exact my revenge.
Very funny. If you were Edna, you would have stabbed me in the throat halfway through the second word of my first question.
Oh, this poor fella's lost his wits.
I'm getting old, damn it. And after a while, anything that isn't a plant gets hard to distinguish from anything that is. But no, you don't look like Edna. Though you do smell a bit like her, like blood and starship grease. You must be that freelance inspector.
You know, I wonder if you could only pick that because you're playing a female,
Bleeding
or if you could say you were still Edna as a male.
Bent over plants all day. Oh, seems I'm not as young as I feel.
You're a botanist? Then why do you seem so pale?
You know what? I just spend too much time inside. Truly, I am ashamed of my craft.
Did Halcyon Helen come through here?
Indeed. Tromped in and out of the conservatory with no heed for anyone else. Good thing none of my charges were damaged. Starlet or not, I would have had a harsh word for her. I heard she pushed her way into a tour of the RR&DD labs not soon after. She's just a serial actress. Yet she acts like she's deserved of the same access as a co-CEO. Well, she's not going anywhere ever again. Which is a shame, of course. Taken too soon and all. Before you go, a warning. If you hear a pollinization cycle announcement, I recommend you hide. Our waspitos can be quite territorial. You mean you don't know? Why, they're only Rizzo's brilliant solution to the problem of pollinizing crops while simultaneously protecting its investments. They come through the orchards only during pollinization cycles, as dictated by our hive control operators, which means that visitors usually aren't on the receiving ends of their stingers.
Uh, but if something goes wrong in hive control, the abominations could get out.
Well, yes, if there's an equipment malfunction. The pollinization cycle will have to be manually shut down, which means traveling to hive control while the mosquitoes swarm.
This doesn't say anything different since it's on the other side.
Are you wondering about that omnipresent worm and note?
Nope.
Congratulations, Inspector. You've discovered more footprints belonging to the deceased actress known as Halcyon Helen. Timeline discrepancy detected nearby. Congratulations, Inspector. You've discovered more footprints belonging to the deceased actress known as Halcyon Helen. Timeline discrepancy detected nearby. Congratulations, Inspector. You've discovered more footprints belonging to the deceased actress known as Halcyon Helen. Timeline discrepancy detected nearby. Congratulations, Inspector. You've discovered more footprints belonging to the deceased actress known as Halcyon Helen.
Interesting.
Incoming!
Okay, this place is definitely just as much of a of a hellhole as every place else in this system. Anything around here?
You always swear that does look like a shower head to me. Although I know it's a sport ball thing.
Indeed it is.
Honestly, it looks like you just being people with a shower head. You know what, Satoshi, you can talk to the parasites probably, maybe.
You've discovered more footprints belonging to the deceased
Maybe?
actress known as Halcyon Helen.
I don't know if you'd want to talk to them.
I mean, if they're not eldritch in nature.
I mean, you've talked to Buntulu.
Not bad, huh?
Oh, Jesus, that's a big parasite. Who knew the parasites got so big? Just realized these parasites are just like the Joker venom, aren't they?
Mm-hmm.
Just want to put a smile on your face.
But it's not asking about the goddamn scars.
That's only the one version of the Joker.
You want to know how to get? You don't want to know.
This feels like a good one to grab. Don't a chance to use the inhaler to revive companions, although it's only a once every 15 minutes kind of thing.
Still useful.
Mm-hmm. There's also this one. Melee damage returned as health. Yeah, I think this might be the one to go with for now, because I am doing melee damage. It will help with survivability.
Timeline discrepancy detected. Congratulations, Inspector. You've discovered more footprints belonging to the deceased actress known as Halcyon Helen.
Pile driver, huh? Let's see. 28, 593, 325, stagger. Versus... I could equip it in an off slot. See how it handles.
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby.
Guns ready, Captain. Here we go.
Oh dear, we've got drunk space gorillas.
Captain bleeding. I see an enemy.
Yeah, 100 spacefarers versus 1 space gorilla.
Anyone else? That's the last of them.
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby.
The shaft of a tossball stick is bent and cracked, exceeding tossball rate.
Bits of wicker detected,
dang it.
embedded within the
Yes.
chunks of dark matter. Wicker is not a known ingredient of the dark matter product.
Yeah, these sticks are sturdy. Whoever broke it must have been strong or angry, or both.
The only members of a tossball team strong enough to crack a stick in two are the dedicated hackers, like Black Hole Birdie. Whatever Ms. Ruth Bellamy must have relayed to the tossball hacker during their picnic together instigated a furious increase in his usual strength threshold by 52%.
That's how breakups go some of the time. Or all of the time for some of us.
Ooh, what do we have here? Heavy armor that gives me bonus to stealth skills?
Heavy armor and stealth. Huh.
I'll need to get to a need to see about getting to a workbench to see if I can add some mods in, because so one of them is I want to give it as the Nightingale step, which is basically reduces the volume and radius of the sounds of my footsteps, because you know every extra little bit, because how these things are starting to hit now, I could use the extra survivability. A lot of these are probably just footprints, but might as well get them so they won't to clear them from the environment.
Congratulations, Inspector. You've discovered more footprints belonging to the deceased actress known as Halcyon Helen. Timeline discrepancy detected nearby. Congratulations, Inspector. You've discovered more footprints belonging to the deceased actress known as Halcyon Helen. Timeline discrepancy detected nearby. Congratulations, Inspector. You've discovered more footprints belonging to the deceased actress known as Halcyon Helen. Timeline discrepancy detected nearby. Analysis. This discarded canister is typical of the R-mounted storage tanks on the orchard's agricultural mechanicals. However, it is not currently attached to a mechanical. This canister contains a high amount of vinegar in addition to water. Warning. Use of vinegar, a known herbicide, on purpleberry saplings is a violation of Rizzo's agricultural standards.
Initiate a deeper chemical analysis.
Chemical makeup of substance: 50% water, 50% vinegar. Trace amounts of woolly cow feces also detected.
That line at the top.
No.
Discrepancy amplifier. Where are these canisters usually kept?
These canisters can typically be found in the nursery storage building in the purpleberry orchards, except for this one, which can be found here.
Yes. Fleet.
Nice and easy.
they can do better than nature, we let nature take its course, only better. Instead of the lowly honeybee, at Rizzo's we have crossbred wasps and mosquitoes to create the all-natural waspito. With their elongated proboscises and stingers, these hardy insects are capable of both pollinating our lovely fragrant fruit flowers while at the same time defending them from any and all pests that might harm them in any way. It's an all-natural solution to an all-natural problem, and it's all Rizzo's.
I feel a need to obliterate Rizzo's now.
Because of the bee stuff or other stuff? Or the...
Just for this.
Mosquito?
On your trip through the orchards, please refrain from defending yourself. Waspitos are expensive to breed and maintain, and any damage to the swarms will be billed directly to you, or to your next of kin.
Okay, yeah, no.
Caught outside during a
Go on.
pollination cycle, Rizzo's recommends entering the fetal position and or feigning death. Speaking of death, Rizzo's also recommends avoiding the electric containment fields surrounding the hive. Waspitos are averse to the charge and will not come near the field, but most humans cannot sense changes in air currents. Rizzo's assumes no responsibility for any visitor electrocution.
At least we know all the mosquitoes are out there. I think.
Oh yeah, that's funny. This reeks of unhappiness.
Yep.
Their mistake.
Oh, fuck yes!
I figured that'd be a reaction. Or at least I was hoping.
We need more of that adorable TF nerds.
Uh-huh. I'm hoping we get more than just those two added, but the two, Chio and Natty.
But to be fair, don't they add at least a couple each season?
Yeah, but like in the manga, they get introduced a few more, a lot less, more chapters apart than they used to. But at the same point,
I feel like I'm missing some context here because I'm in the middle of the game.
They announced season 3 of 100 Girlfriends Who Really, Really, Really Love You.
Ah.
You know, nickname, as much as I'd hate to say this, we should have just kept her in the dark because it would have just made this conversation funny, as well as anyone else watching this stream trying to figure out what the fuck we are talking about.
Yeah, fair.
And they're probably getting the lulls on how many people could probably find it based on what we're talking about.
I mean, if they love the show, they should recognize the names of the girlfriends.
Fair. Actually, then again, searching random things up involving that kind of medium is a very dangerous thing if you don't know what you're doing. Which is hilarious in the ways people don't think it is.
Looks like the investigation point is up on top of the building. No easy way to get up there.
Have you tried flying?
That's not really an option in this game.
I mean, anyone can fly if they think hard enough. All they need to do is just take a running start, leap off a cliff, spread your wings, and you're flying for the rest of your life. While at the same time, you probably have the rest of your life to regret life's choices.
That's what most people call falling.
Nah. It's flying. Or you could say falling with style.
You know, I still love that in season 2 they did his super long speech.
I'm still laughing that they recorded the whole thing. They sped it up, and it was still like 5-10 minutes of him speaking.
Yep.
And that was sped up.
And I believe they
And
even
it continued to speed it up.
I believe they even said that yeah, no, they did the whole thing. The people who read it.
I mean, with how long it took, I wouldn't be surprised if it was just 10 minutes of that sped up to 3 minutes. Oh, gonna ask you this one in DM because it's... This one probably should have been looked, but... Have you heard any more on that one?
You mean the anime? Give me a sec.
I mean, I know I've seen that there is one in the making, but I was curious, since you found out the one about girlfriends, if you found out if that one has been narrowed down more.
No, sometime in 2026.
Why did that one specifically had to be 2026?
I mean, that's when 100 Girlfriends will be too, but that's because they still got animated.
I guess that's fair. You think they're gonna keep the same levels up again as they did the first season with that one?
Oh, I've read the manga, yes.
Fuck with that one, they went further than the manga.
Yes, I know, and you only know that because I told you.
Timeline discrepancy detected.
That's true. Also, that is true. At one point, pointed out, we only really saw those two girlfriends because that does kind of prove they're going to animate one arc in particular.
Functionality stems from display reading, console non-functional. Cause of shortout is most likely related to purple residue.
Oh, so we're gonna get a specific arc then.
Yes, the idol arc.
Oh dear.
Taste the residue.
You know you're liable to get sick doing that.
I mean, I taste the rainbow all the time and I turned out just fine.
There are many words to describe you. Fine is not among them.
I mean, it'll depend on your definition of fine.
By any reasonable stretch of the definition, you do not qualify.
I mean, I'm within a stone's throw.
Nope.
Huh. Yeah. I am gonna agree if plans changed, because I was told that something was happening today, and looking at the
contains
time.
trace amounts of purple berries, fruit flavors, and artificial sweeteners number 35, number 49, number 240, number 322, number 314, and many, many, many others.
You know, I just love communication, because apparently I was supposed to be told that the plan was changed, and they didn't say the plan was changed.
Lovely.
Yeah. Because, the reason I said that I wasn't going was because it's like, we had a plan, like, oh, we were just gonna head over to somewhere and then visit. Or that was the idea today, but I guess something changed, and I guess I was forgotten told.
Okay, here it is. Yes, the Blu-ray is set to be released on October 29th, so we'll be able to see at least we know in the Japanese version the guy did the entire speech at normal speed before being sped up. So apparently they did say that the final scene in the Blu-ray, they'd release the final scene at its original speed without any cuts.
You know what? I want to, if when that does, find someone that does have the Blu-ray and actually ask them how long it took.
You're back, I see. Glad Slug hasn't managed to scare you off. I think it's more of a wonder that nothing in these law-forsaken orchards has managed to kill them. How's the investigation going? You got a complete report for me yet?
Yeah, completed my investigation.
All right, let's hear the details.
A drink was spilled over the processing console, shorting it out.
A drink? I ain't never heard of no saboteur dumping drinks all over equipment to destroy it. I hate to say it, but that sounds more like worker carelessness.
How many times do I have to tell you this, old man? Slug isn't behind your problems. Slug wouldn't even need to cause you problems. Your own workers do enough.
An herbicide was mixing with a fertilizer, which ended up killing the saplings.
Ha! Knew Slug was behind the damn sabotage.
Please. We're subtle, but that's too subtle. If we wanted to destroy your saplings, you'd have known them by the blackened remnants of their stems, not some half-assed poisoning.
I took care of the roaming exterminator automex.
I see you left a few of them intact even. Smashed more than I'd like, but I guess I'm glad you didn't obliterate them all.
Never did like leaving a job half-finished myself, but that's me.
So what were the fine details of the sabotage anyhow? Were Slug's lackeys trying to get the mechanicals to kill all our waspitos?
You're worried that Slug is trying to mess with your livelihood.
Of course. And what better way to do that than by targeting our pollinizers? They'd be a hell of a pain to kill manually, but if you set the mechanicals to do it...
In your delusional fantasy, the waspitos wouldn't be out until next pollinization cycle. Wouldn't someone notice the rampant mechanicals beforehand?
That seems like a question you should be asking yourself.
That seems like a stretch, Hathaway.
I mean, a Slug agent could have initiated hive control with the intent to initiate a pollinization cycle and stop it just as quickly. Maybe they were just gonna do it later.
Stop wasting everyone's time, Hathaway. What you're proposing is infinitely less likely than an idiot maneuver by one of your incompetent workers. I won't hear any further slander. let's go through this one final time so even you can't confuse it, Hathaway. Slug didn't do a damn thing to your orchards. You're chasing ghosts.
Talk about ghosts all you like, but someone was screwing with my orchards. If it wasn't Slug, then who the hell was it?
I mean, based on what I've seen, I'd say it's pretty much incompetence. But I will say nothing.
You picked a hell of a time to lose your tongue over there, friend. I guess I can't force you to tell me anything. But the peace of mind would have been worth much to me. Right now, we of the orchards have to settle things with Slug. I reckon that you're about as impartial a third party as we're gonna get. Can you mediate?
Ah, what the hell. The orchardist seems to get off on complicating what should be a simple deal. But at this point, I just want to be paid and go. The pollen in the air is agitating.
Do not have to definitely come back here again when I've got more more social cues, because yeah, that intimidate is looking desirable.
I mean, you can respec for free, can't you?
Could. Well, not for free. I'd still have to pay to respec.
You got money?
Yeah, I got money.
I mean, I don't have an issue.
At the same time, part of me also wants to just stick to my guns on this particular playthrough, so with what we currently have, which side to side with? At this point, I'm leaning more towards siding with Slug, because yeah, everything I'm seeing seems to be screaming incompetence on the part of the employees here. Or I could just go back to my last save file and double check and see if there's any more that I can do for investigating, because I did just kind of run here and follow the thing without stopping to check. So, you know what? Let's do that. I've said before, and I'll say it again, I am not above safe scumming.
God fucking damn it! I thought I unmuted myself after the distraction left.
Put another mark on the tally board, Nay.
Yes, but one mark that will never grow again is me forgetting the reverse mute. I was muted and then forgot. I thought I muted, but unmuted. You'll never see that again.
Out.
The day that happens is when the potato steals your credit card.
Well, damn.
Nickname, I am curious. If you were to see the animal that I posted in Illusion Gallery, what would you think it was without looking?
It's a skunk. Or badger. I think it's a skunk, though.
Oh, wait.
Yes, it is one.
Logan. Okay.
Surprisingly.
This Anna.
Yes.
Here goes.
It's one from Mexico.
It doesn't matter if you're you or me. We're all part of the Rizzo's family. How was that?
Yeah, it apparently looks more like a weasel.
I thought that was a real good effort. Keep at it.
think that was the Rizzo's slogan, or any company's slogan for that matter.
Ouch. Well, your candor's appreciated, even if it means I'll have to hit the books even harder tonight. I'm sure you've guessed it, but I'm not the best at remembering slogans. And when I can't remember them, I tend to just make them up. But I guess that's why I'm just an intern and not a full-timer. At least, not yet.
You haven't been causing trouble in the orchards, have you?
What? No, that's ridiculous. I can't tell you I've never made any mistakes, but it'd be pretty hard to keep my job if I were trying to break everything. Though there was the time I tried to fix a broken hinge on one of our mosquito hives and released a swarm. Chased me around the orchards 3 times before I managed to get help.
Jesus Christ, nickname. What is that for?
What? Oh, there.
Remind me how
Which
this is
one?
an example of you not screwing up?
Hey, that was one honest mistake.
What's what?
One!
The
Considering
one.
the fact that mosquitoes have a
The one
tendency
you
to
just
kill
posted
people,
in
I think I learned my
Nae's
lesson.
server.
As did the rest of
The
us.
speech,
Don't worry, though.
apparently it's
Mosquitoes
called
are typically
something
only
like
about when living foes aren't.
Kinemaru's Sword. It's a chapter from, manga, apparently.
Yeah, so what happens if the mosquitoes get out during visiting hours?
I am contractually obligated to tell you that mosquitoes never get out during visiting hours. But when they do, the only way to get them to return is to go directly to hive control and activate emergency recall. Which isn't easy, considering all the hives near control. But this is all a departure from what I wanted to say. I've been trying to help the orchards, not harm them. Hold a moment. You haven't found anything, have you?
I found a strange substance on the processing console. That has something to do with you?
Well, maybe. I might have had a supersized cup of mixed purpleberry punch and lemon slab that I might have knocked over when I was running routine diagnostics. Look, I know what you're thinking, but I have the proper permit to mix those drinks. I just left it in my other work uniform.
I doubt it. I've used that exact same line.
Hey, we have a lot of uniforms. It's hard keeping track of all your belongings.
Did you dump the drink before or after you removed the console's control panel cover?
How did you notice? The diagnostic normally takes hours, and that's only if humidity's low. I wanted to take the initiative to try and make it faster.
I found a toxic mix of fertilizer and weed killer on some purpleberry saplings. Thoughts?
Why should weed killer affect saplings? Weed killer. It's in the name. It should kill only weeds. That really seems like it's more on product design than on me.
You really should just come clean.
But there's nothing to come clean about. I've just been doing my best out here.
Okay, I think we've managed to track down the cause of all the problems here at the orchard. It's gross incompetence due to this intern.
True. I don't know why, but when they were talking about I am contractually obligated to tell you that the bees don't escape, my mind went to the phone guy in Five Nights at Freddy's 1 speech. It's like, if anything is discovered on the premises, it will be thoroughly bleached and cleaned. The premises will be thoroughly bleached and cleaned, and then the police will be notified after it has been done. It almost has the same vibe.
Don't think I met an intern before.
It's not so different from being a regular worker, just with less pay and less respect. Oh, it's also more dangerous than traditional employment. You don't have the experience to back up your work yet, but being fired isn't any less threatening. Work-wise, I do a bit of everything. The orchard's been short-staffed as long as I've been working here. So if there's an odd job around, it usually gets passed to me.
How'd you get your position?
Laws, you've got a sixth sense for finding the most embarrassing question, huh? My mother is the Rizzo's assistant vice president of flavor testing. She set me up with this position, mostly to keep me from troubling her work, I think. Consequently, I don't always feel like I deserve to be here. All the more reason to work harder, I say.
I take it you don't intend to stay as an intern?
Much as I love delivering coffee and medical attention, not quite, no. Don't tell anyone I said this, but I sometimes feel that our workers could be treated a little better. Maybe only get electrocuted awake every other day? So I'm shooting for administration in Rizzo's. Maybe even the board itself. Best way to evoke change is from the inside, I think.
Well-meaning, but you're at the rate you're going, you're never going to make administration, let alone the board, with how bad you are at your job. And just, well, also the seeming lack of yeah. Why be an intern if it's riskier than typical employment?
Much higher chance of promotion. If I can tough it out here without getting axed, I can skip the 5+ years of customer service I'd normally have to deal with. I can prove my merit here and move up in the world. And the sooner I do that, the sooner I can set to improving things for everyone else.
Ooh, all three of these have different bits of merit.
You know, I was just muting myself because I was gonna go grab a drink, but I forgot I had the Halloween sound effects on, so I'm just like, wait, what?
Assuming nobody exploits your weaknesses to push you into unemployment.
Wow, that's some decidedly paranoid thinking. I can't imagine someone ever doing something that nasty.
Oh, you sheltered child. I've learned my fill.
Happy to enlighten you on the fascinating world of internships. Let me know if there's anything I can help you with. Unless you already have, and I've forgotten. In which case, I probably won't forget a second time.
Huh. You see any sign of a beleaguered actor running around?
Oh yes. I thought I saw someone who looked self-important enough to be her by conservatory some time ago. Not to speak ill of the dead. I simply never liked the way she stole the limelight from the true star. Burbage 3001.
You're a Burbage fan?
I certainly am. That aerodynamic chassis, how the light glints off his rotund head, the way he enunciates, cry havoc, and let loose the cadence of war. Excuse me, I got a little lightheaded there. Nobody does Shakespeare like Burbage. What were we talking about?
What about Spencer Woolrich?
Who?
Yeah, that's showbiz.
I suppose so. I also suppose Helen won't be stealing the limelight ever again.
You know, random thought came to mind. Those bees that they kept mentioning, are they genetically modified?
Uh-huh.
I'm now getting the random quote from Jurassic Park where it's like, just because we can doesn't mean we should. Or that point that they made in the entire Jurassic Park series.
I got the key card to get in here now, so let's see what's in these RR&DD labs.
Hello? I can hear you out there. If you still possess the majority of your mental capacities, please locate the test room through the lobby and to the left. You'll see me through the glass. How in the Aether did you get in here? You're not a Rizzo's authorized. Oh, void it all. What does it even matter now? What do you want? Speak up and quickly if you will.
I'm investigating Halcyon Helen's murder. Was she here recently?
You do know that Halcyon Helen is a fictional character portrayed by the late actress Ruth Bellamy, yes? One can't be too sure with so many simpletons around in the day-to-day. Regardless, I am not at liberty to divulge such information with non-employees or personnel lacking security clearance level Spectrum Orange. Of course, if you were to say, contract your services to me, I suppose I could grant you clearance enough to answer your murder-related questions, Ms. Inspector. You see, I've found myself in a bit of a pickle. Some of my lab techs have turned rather aggressive following a recent experiment gone awry. Hence why I've barricaded myself in the lab.
Didn't see any hostiles was on the way here from the entry door. You could make a run for it.
And lose my life's work? You want me to just burn my lab and my entire future to the ground over one experiment that's gotten rather out of hand? No, I think not. We merely need to clean up the mess, so to speak. Reset the lab back to functional parameters.
Even I think that's pretty cold, and I'm a mercenary.
Staff can be replaced, you know. Research data? Now that's invaluable.
What goes on in these labs that you would turn your researchers against you?
Oh no, they're quite unaware of their actions, I'm afraid. We're a research and development branch of Rizzo's, focused primarily on the Spectrum vodka line. But the specific research that goes on in this facility is utterly confidential. You understand?
Ah, come on. Your secret's safe with me.
Call me a skeptic, but no, I don't believe it would be. Loose lips sink new product ships, you know?
Forget I mentioned it.
Happily, of course.
I can take care of your problem, but I'll need you to answer some questions afterwards.
Excellent. You have my gratitude, and soon you'll have my knowledge of Miss Bellamy's recent visit as well. Now, if you'd rather not kill my lab techs during this cleanup, I believe you can dispense a sedative gas from a terminal in the utility room.
Your call, Captain. I don't know if the lab techs can even be helped at this point.
The door to the lower labs is sealed for our safety, so you'll need to take the elevator down. I'll unseal the access hallway for you now. Do take care.
You have no take care.
You could say to have a pastor, but he doesn't come down here.
Well, that is, interesting.
You got my attention. Let me read.
How Rizzo's got their start. I don't know about you, but that's not the origin to a product for human ingestion that I would like to know, would ever like to know is behind something.
Oh boy. Like, yay, nuclear waste.
Yeah.
Awful. Wonder if this poor fella had a family.
So definitely not the utility room. I mean, if I can help, I want to try to avoid killing the scientists. Okay, there's definitely something behind here, but the door seems to be kind of welded shut. So there's gotta be a way around back.
Nice and easy.
First things first. Gotta try and sneak by to administer the sedative. I mean, I'm gonna try and sneak by so I can avoid killing them, but with how bad I am at stealth...
Rizzo's could have helped a lot of people with all the bits they poured into this place.
Okay, so I need to head out here, go down. Okay.
Imagine making that much of the stuff and it still tastes bad.
Erratic footsteps in my pacing delirious employees have ceased. So I presume the sedative worked. Please return for consultation at once. And do remember, unauthorized access to confidential Rizzo's information is a capital offense.
Okay. Okay, now that they're all out cold, I can now explore this place at my leisure.
night going?
I'm impressed I actually managed to sneak through there without having to kill anyone. I'll take that as a win. And again, now that I don't have to worry about any hostiles, time to search and loot the whole damn place. Hey, a workbench. So, with factory stock armor plating, I could just physical armor, cold armor, more physical armor, and yep, let's give it so it damages melee attackers. And I can hear the distant sounds of the reverse mute reoccurring.
I like how he even said specifically earlier that he wasn't going to do that. Like, I'm not the only one who remembers that, right?
Oh, most definitely.
Yeah.
And this time, it was on stream.
Mm-hmm.
We still like him, but he does give us a lot of material to tease him with.
Mm-hmm. One of Arc. I forget what we were playing when that popped up. What was that?
Yeah, I believe it was Phoenix Wright.
I like how he's probably got the most badges of everyone here, and it's mostly just because... Yeah.
True. A lot of his at least a couple of his badges are due to instances that need to be immortalized.
Yee.
Yeah, so I probably have to come here from the other side in order to find what's behind there.
Oh, you got that?
You know, I'm surprised he just doesn't do what I've been doing lately, of just trying to hardware mute or other stuff. Just use the mute button. It's easy.
Mm-hmm.
Just doing a...
I mean, sir.
Oh,
I mean,
it's you. Wait. What do you think you are?
We better hurry, Captain.
well, that doesn't sound good. But yeah, either pressing the mute in the server is one way to make sure for certain, and for me, I also like a plan B if I don't want to mute myself. Is also going push to talk.
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby. Body heat readings indicate that the culprit was just here, mere moments earlier in the timeline.
So basically someone vented.
Looks like a standard ventilation shaft
Yes.
to me. Somebody around my size could have crawled in. Wouldn't have been comfortable or, clean. Ventilation shafts usually turn into sprat nests.
Cut wire in the fuse box.
See that red wire? Whoever cut that wire was trying to disrupt the circuit. They could have sealed the lab door temporarily. At least until the failsafes kicked in.
Just when we were gonna get some answers.
Hello. Hello.
Yeah, howdy.
Hello.
Detected nearby.
Scorpius just forgot to mute himself again.
No worries. Just pop
Despite,
it. Hi.
yeah, despite saying, oh, I'm not gonna do that anymore.
This person is most definitely dead. But recently, they were still alive.
Oh, you three have a good one. Oh.
Yep. You as well.
These puncture marks. It looks like she was injected with something.
What an awful place to die. What do you think happened to her?
Pretty sure they're dead. Whoever did this was evil. Like some kind of villain in a serial adventure.
These people were human beings. They weren't just extras in a serial. We gotta catch whoever did this.
All the more reason for wanting to tear this place down.
Oh, what did I miss?
We heard what you were talking about.
What do you mean you heard what I was talking about?
May you want to fill him in?
You reverse hot mic'd again.
Base, you seriously heard everything from the upstairs.
Not everything, but
amount.
we could hear bits of it. I mean, credit where it's due. It was not a lot. It was maybe the equivalent of speaking on a bad line, but there were bits where we could hear a little bits here and there that weren't exactly intelligible, but we could still hear them. You got a pretty good mic if that's the case.
It's a Blue Yeti. And that's with fucking Discord noise cancellation on.
Cancelization, huh?
Oh, good God.
Referring to things in game, got this little note from Rizzo's on their terminal about basically saying those leeches, slugs they call them, basically trying to put them into their product because, as it puts right here, quote, the idea of a completely additive product with zero loss surrounding it would certainly justify any means. So they're basically just using it as putting in an addictive substance in their things that is skirting past any kind of laws or things that would, try and put a hamper on them to adding known addictive substances in their products.
Don't think you realize more curious about that.
Might want to skip on the armor because the armor gives me a penalty to my sneak and my hack.
Data file?
Yeah.
Timeline is the organic matter that comprises this lab worker died at a similar time and of similar circumstance as the other corpses already scanned. The organic matter that comprises this lab worker died at a similar time and of similar circumstance as the other corpses already scanned.
Not gonna... Oh, whoops. There it is. Okay. This is... Phew. This is Dr. Blossom. Eridanium Gigaseous Slug Research Report 1. Subject, a bunch of slugs. Ugh. These things may well be Rizzo's ticket to the top of the board. But at the end of the day, they still look like my brother would if he ever stopped wearing that damn toupee. Initially found these little bastards suckling on the hairy undersides of a teacup canid. Much like my brother, who works for the Wilderness Exploitation Reserve. The backstabber. Suffice it to say that these things are parasites. The canid didn't seem to mind, but it's almost as stupid as my research staff. Good stuff. Oh, whoops. Got some spectrum on the dissection subject. That's fine. Yeah, I think I see a couple sacs in the worm. Might secrete enzymes or poison or something. We'll figure it out later. Starting to see double, so I'm going to switch to working on the Gatling. Almost got the spectrum lock done.
Oh, so that's what this thing's for. Some kind. Looks like it might be a new science weapon. So I'm gonna need, basically, so since I'm gonna need all of the different brands of Spectrum vodka for this one. Alright then. Okay. So I found red, orange, green, violet, and black. So I need yellow, blue, and indigo. I've got a nice little start to getting that thing. Oh, son of a bitch.
Releasing the mosquitoes for pollinization. Cycle is now in progress.
Oh boy, mosquitoes. Why the fuck would you mix it with a mosquito? That's...
Hey, you're buzzing.
Like, seriously? He's shooting bees with mosquito bees with a gun.
Reminder Waspitos are aggressive pollinators who have been known to be extremely... No active Waspitos...
This is still a side mission, isn't it?
Yep.
The pollination cycle is concluded. Unsealing all orchards gates. Surviving workers may now return to your stations.
Captain, I'm gonna hazard a guess and say someone tried to kill us.
It was you, Nay.
Got a hedge maze? Captain, we got him.
Welcome
God damn it.
to those purpleberry puzzle hedges, trademark. Grown on top of industrial slush
That's
pit
adorable.
27C, these unusually tall purpleberry trees have grown lush, luxuriant foliage and are literally bursting with extra specially begaumed purpleberries. As you wander through our winding maze, feel free to try a fresh purpleberry right from a branch. Maybe you'll discover our next new flavor. Limit one berry per customer. Do not try any purpleberries outside of the puzzle hedges. Some visitors have speculated as to the presence of a treasure at the end of the maze. While Rizzo's has placed nothing like this in the puzzle hedges, we still encourage you to explore to your heart's content. Should you experience dizziness, faintness, or simply get lost among the hedgerows during your exploration, please do not try to contact Rizzo's personnel. Simply shelter in place and rescue will arrive within 72 hours, guaranteed, excepting unplanned shutdowns and any other times deemed inconvenient by management. We hope you enjoyed your unguided tour through the orchards. Rizzo's company and employees are hereby absolved of any pain, injury, or disease that you may have suffered during your
Okay,
visit.
that so
Have a
feels
great
more
day, and visit us
FNAF-esque
again
than the
soon.
last one I heard. Send to rescue 72 hours later.
And this guy's title.
Samuel.
I've
Oh,
already
he's
told
the
you 6
lawyer.
times, and I'll tell you 6 more. I don't want a fucking tour. You can badger me all you want. I don't care if I'm from Forest Mills. I'm here as an individual, and I have just as much right to be here as any other visitor. You're welcome to bring a lawyer if you really want to try to force me out, but I can guarantee you that I will bury them.
So, do you scream at every single person who approaches you, or am I special?
Don't play dumb with me. How many of you fools have I spoken to by this point? 7? 17? Wait a moment. You have all your teeth. You're not soaked in filth, and you don't look quite as slack-jawed as the regular Rizzo staff. Are you not with Rizzo's?
What made you think I was a worker? Couldn't I be another visitor to the orchards?
Between the lockdown and the fiasco at the Grand Colonial, there are more interesting places for the average colonist to be. Which leads me to believe you're no average colonist. Regardless, please inform me if you'd be interested in a job. I've spent enough time out here that I'm starting to itch. I do not enjoy itching. I'm sure you have questions.
I mean, not many people do.
Yeah, you said you're a lawyer. What are you doing all the way out here?
When the going gets tough, the lawyers start going. Some farther than others. I've been a junior lawyer for coming up on 20 years now. And quite frankly, I'm getting old. Hopefully, there will be enough legal kindling out here to fuel my firm for a while longer. And if I find that kindling, I stand to finally get my raise.
You said you work for Forest Mills?
I do indeed. Specifically, I'm their general counsel. Forest Mills, if you somehow don't know, owns Tile, Wentworth, Dock Rocket, and 24/7 furniture. We're something of a big deal.
You mentioned working together.
I did. You see, Rizzo's has been advertising a contest in the puzzle hedges. Whoever gets to the center first gets a bottle of the first Spectrum ever made, the Spectrum Original. My interest, however, lies with the associated promise, the chance to attend the Spectrum Brown unveiling and meet Halcyon Helen.
I apparently do not have enough perception to notice that, say that Helen's dead. Rizzo's hasn't formally canceled the contest. Yeah, what's wrong with that?
Rizzo's, you see, can no longer make good on their promise for people to meet Helen. However, the contest has not yet been cancelled, which means that I can bring them to court. With the Spectrum Original bottle, which is located in the center of the puzzle hedges, I will have all I need to sue Rizzo's for all they're worth. That's where you come in.
Why would Rizzo's give one of their original products away for free?
I don't know if you know this, but Rizzo's is on the outs. They're losing power and losing money. This was no doubt a desperate bid to regain some lost clout. That, or their marketing team, is particularly spiteful. You know the saying, I'm sure. Why work for a promotion when sabotage takes half the time and a quarter of the effort?
That feels upsettingly poignant given some of the things that's been going on in recent times with some corporations. So why does Forest Mills want to sue Rizzo's?
Technically, I sue not on behalf of Forest Mills, but for my own benefit. In arbitration, it might be difficult to argue that this contest is designed to slight Forest Mills. However, as it so happens, if my lawsuit takes a chunk out of their savings, then I can collect while also damaging their capital. It's a mutual win. I make millions, Rizzo's falls further from the board's good graces, and Forest Mills products look that much more valuable compared to Rizzo's trash.
Is anyone else trying to get the Spectrum Original?
Two buffoons, but persistent buffoons. There's that woman from Glacial Age who has perhaps never had an original idea in her life and hopes to pass the original off as her own. Then there's Navarre, who is strange. I suggested I give her the original after my lawsuit if we worked together, but she wouldn't hear of it. It must be hers alone, it seems.
I guess it's a good thing the guy's willing to work with people.
Mm-hmm. And honestly, after some of the stuff we uncovered in that R&R and that RR and DD place, I'm inclined to help him just because he's looking to take Rizzo's down a peg. At the same time, I can probably say that about most corporations here in this system. I'm not sure I understand why you need my help. It's just a maze, isn't it?
Navigating the maze is normally no easy task. Rizzo's has no interest in giving their property, however old, away for free.
Come on, Captain, it'll be fun! Not like they got Manta Queens waiting around the corner or anything.
I'm glad you're feeling confident, but this maze is deadly by design. And if that weren't enough, Zimmerman and Navarre don't want anyone sneaking away with their prize. The place is mined and rife with murderous mechanicals.
Alright, I'll get you your prize.
Excellent. I look forward to finally being able to focus solely on legal matters. Oh, and keep an eye out for competitors. Odds are they'll be looking out for the original as well.
Here's another one of them.
My word, stranger, you sure gave me a fright. I thought you were one of those strange sorts heaving all over the place. Maybe they got a bad batch of purpleberry wine. Since you don't seem to be laughing maniacally or projectile vomiting, think you could do me a favor? I'm trying to come up with a new name for a glacial age product, but the creative side of things just isn't my area of expertise. Do you happen to have any ideas?
Is wandering through a hedge mazes asking strangers for product advice a pastime of yours?
Hey, just because I'm in a hedge maze doesn't mean I'm not on work time. So what do you think about helping me out?
I guess I could try.
Great! Don't worry too much about getting it wrong. If the high-rungers hate your idea, I can always just blame it on an intern. So, the company I'm with is Glacial Age. Our products usually have a finer ring to them, and the product I'm trying to name is a vodka. Take your shot.
Like it.
Good beer. Call it good beer.
You know the product isn't... Never mind. Maybe the higher-ups will be able to market it as a joke product.
I get the funny feeling you're not just here to sightsee.
Hell no! Who'd sightsee in a place like this? I've nearly stepped on 3 landmines, and I just had to crawl through a hole in a hedge to keep myself from being crisped up by a mechanical. When you hear the word maze, do you typically think of instant death lurking around every corner? Because I sure don't.
I mean, with maze, off which can sometimes often be followed by the phrase Minotaur. So yeah, instant death lurking around every corner. Pretty much par for the course for your yield classic ASIC style of maze, rather than the whole fun maze. Though sometimes fun mazes can be also having death lurking around every corner with games like Five Nights at Freddy's and other mascot horror titles. That's going off on a bit of tangent. It'll take a wild guess, seeing as how you're in this maze. You want to reach the center.
Close. I want what's in the center. You've heard of the competition, right? Whoever gets to the center gets a rare Rizzo's product and the chance to meet Halcyon Helen? My eyes on the rare Rizzo's product, namely the Spectrum Original, the first product Rizzo's ever made. I intend to reverse engineer it and make it Glacial Age's own.
Well, got interrupted.
Okay.
Their mistake.
Okay. And I have to leave to take care of something. Might be back, might not. Yeah.
Alright. Catch you when you get back.
Later.
Later. And I've already gotten lost. Well, that one's run off. Oh, there you are.
I was hoping that by the time you came back, I'd have a better idea for my product name. No luck, unfortunately. Hi there. Nice to see you again.
I feel like you're a long way from the Glacial Age offices.
Hey, when a body hasn't contributed to her R&D team in what feels like months, she starts to pursue any leads that come her way. I tested into this job, same as anyone else, but there was a malfunction with the testing equipment during my final assessment. Makes me think that maybe I wasn't cut out for this. No matter what the scores say, it ain't easy for me to make things. Only had a few successes, like little cysties, pustules that pop, or my no muss, no fuss biodegradable bullets.
I don't think either of those
Well,
products.
some of these ideas are still works in progress. Yes, just got to iron out the kinks. They'll catch on. Oh, unrelated, but if you think you see any tears in my eyes, it's just allergies acting up. Lots of plants and pollen and such in these orchards.
This way. That doesn't feel like a trap. Lots of these host types. I hear more mechanoloids.
Well, here we go.
Here we go! That was fun. I see it now! panic.
Here we go! Here I go!
They won't try that again.
Gotta do a quick save. So we got auto saves plenty, but a manual save definitely doesn't hurt.
Enjoying the hedge maze?
Working my way through it as best I can.
Fair enough.
Ah, this must be the collector.
Greetings. Have you brought your auto-mechanical to the service technician lately?
What you just said sounds both banal and scripted enough to be a code phrase. Am I wrong?
Clever, aren't we? Should be careful. Making accusations like that could get a body into a lot of trouble. Anyway, forget it. You aren't the person I was looking for.
How do you know I'm not?
You're not covered in a layer of dirt, fertilizer, and self-loathing. Listen, I don't know you, so I'd rather keep my admissions to a minimum with the presence of legal counsel. I was waiting for someone to give me information about these hedges. That's as much as you need to know.
Why do people who are hiding something always have so much to say about it?
I take offense to that. I think.
Ha! Oh, I get it. You're after the price in the center of the hedges, too.
Shh! Not so loud! Ah, damn it. I guess you already know. I am indeed looking for the prize. You've caught me.
Sorry, I already agreed to get the Spectrum original for someone else.
Did you now? And how do you know the others aren't secretly Rizzo's agents who'll stab you in the back and take the bottle the moment you turn away? Give me the original and your actions will actually matter. I can promise you that.
If finding the bottle won't get you the unveiling, why are you here?
What interest have I in an unveiling? I don't watch much in the way of serials, and crowds only make it easier for people to get behind you. I'm after the Spectrum original itself. And not to drink. Have you noticed that there's no trace of anything the corporations have done in the past? In fact, this contest for the original is the only time I've ever seen a corp refer to a prototype product not currently on the market. And why isn't it on the market?
Now that you mention it, that is a little strange.
Indeed. And it's happened before. Seems the Corp are trying to hide their past failings. Anyhow, it's valuable to me to collect that which might inform future generations.
You're not the only one looking for the Spectrum original, I imagine.
No. There's a bottom feeder who sees an easy payday connected to it, but he's hardly worth considering. I also briefly engaged with an optimistic young woman intending to use the original as a springboard for upward mobility. Better than letting it rot, but still not ideal.
Enough about
Think
that.
fast. Never know when someone will come out of a bush, bolt or pistol at the ready. Keep your voice down. Never know who might be listening.
You mentioned a prior Orchard's contact?
I did. Someone I paid to inform on the orchards after I heard murmurs of a prize here. For security reasons, I never learned much about my contacts. All I knew about this one was that they were a groundskeeper. But the one here is either senseless or acting very well. Presumably, whoever I was in contact with was lying. Or they were found out and hurled off the side of Eridanos. It's a risk of the business.
Who exactly are you?
Nobody of consequence. Think of me as an archivist. I collect that which the corporations have dismissed as failures and try to sweep under the rug. Take the recalled Spacer's Choice Powerhead. It was a shotgun shell on a stick, apparently supposed to be used like a spear. Had a tendency to ream the user's torso with buckshot. Corps don't want the common man to know about screw-ups like that, which is why I keep my actions decidedly in the shadows.
So, about that prize you're looking for.
I'm afraid I haven't made much headway on my own. Admittedly, I'm a little wary of all the explosions I keep hearing. Think fast. Never know when...
Oh, I managed to actually find my way back to the exit.
Nice.
Not so much the center, which is where I'm trying to get to.
We're pretty good at this.
Okay, that looks like my target.
That was fun. Can we do it again?
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby. Timeline discrepancy detected nearby. Timeline discrepancy detected nearby. Timeline discrepancy detected nearby.
I hear the discrepancy, but I'm not seeing it.
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby. Analysis. Ground appears to be scattered with purpleberry seedlings. This particular strain is of a variety proprietary to Rissos and should not be in common use.
Yeah, it's like the person who took the original didn't hide their truck so well. And I found my way out again. I can hear some kind of zapping going. I've got to find my way out first in order to get to it. Okay, so let's see. Red, orange, yellow, green, blue, violet, and black. I just need indigo. Yeah, I got to deal with Smiley again.
You're back! We just got a new shipment of Rizzo's mock apple cider. It's hard. Wait, was that the slogan? Never mind. Now I'd love to get you something. Maybe a couple somethings? Whatever you like, I can sell it to you at a low, low price.
We saw a Spectrum from the storage warehouse shipment.
Wow, what a strange question. I'm much too delighted to be suspicious. I sold lower-level Spectrums to workers from RR&DD Labs, Hive Control, and the Conservatory. Jacob's predecessor also splurged briefly on a bottle beyond his pay grade, and Black Hole Birdie bought my most expensive Spectrum when he visited. I wish he'd bought more. Oh, if you're looking for your own Spectrum, remember that you can always buy from the Nut Hut or the Grand Colonial Bar, so long as you have the bits to back up your taste.
Yep, on the Automac Depot.
Real slick. Captain, we just found a Rizzo's product I might actually like.
I was right, science weapon. Spectrum Gatling. I might not be a gun build, but I gotta give this thing a try. Okay, to the conservatory.
Hello again, youngster. You're certainly doing a lot of running to and fro. Don't overexert yourself. The waspitos can smell weakness. Bleeding hell. Standing up like this makes a body forget how stiff he gets bent over plants all day. Oh, seems I'm not as young as I feel.
I found this spot at the heart of the puzzle hedges. It says it's yours.
Oh, there that damn thing is. Thank you. I guess this proves it's wise to label your things. Otherwise, some fool might use them as prizes in an ill-advised scavenger hunt.
Found it real close to where I should have found the Rizzo's original. Strange, huh?
I will admit, I did take the original, yes. But I did so to keep it away from those who shouldn't have it. It's safer in my hands. If you're here to get it, I might suggest you give up. I'm known to be quite a stubborn git.
What do you want the original for?
I didn't want it for anything. I needed to keep it safe. Rizzo almost never makes mistakes, but offering a classified original product to the public for free? Any upstart might grab it and use it to make Rizzo's look bad, or steal it to make a new product offshoot, or, law forbid, start a lawsuit of some kind. Better I hold on to it.
He's technically right on those counts, because all three are out there. Don't you think the mines and killer mechanicals were a bit of an overreaction?
The what now? I didn't order any mines or machines. I just paid Slug to encourage people not to enter the puzzle hedges. Figured they just dressed up like a primal and chased maze bears, like we did after the Spectrum Black unveiling a decade back. Or maybe that was a real primal, I forget. I don't see what there is to talk about, but all right.
I wonder if he's got it on his person. So, which means first save. Bingo. Okay, now I can go. I'll go and give the bottle away.
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby. Timeline discrepancy. Congratulations, Inspector. You've discovered more footprints belonging to the deceased actress known as Halcyon Helen.
A few I missed.
Congratulations, Inspector. You've discovered more footprints belonging to
Okay, now I go give this to the guy who's looking to start the lawsuit because... Yeah, some things I've seen with Rizzo's...
I'm glad you're back. The sooner I gain your assistance, the sooner I can leave these miserable outdoors and return to my temperature-controlled office. I'm sure you have questions.
I have the original. Here you go.
Ah, finally. Where have you been all my life, my darling? You and I will make quite a team, won't we? Your pay, good freelancer. I shall win this case in your honor.
Bleed the bastards dry. And now I can formally report to that Hathaway guy, because now I've definitely have for sure gone and found evidence of negligence.
You're back, I see. That slug hasn't managed to scare you off.
I think it's more of a wonder that nothing in these law-forsaken orchards has managed to kill them.
How's the investigation going? You got a complete report for me yet?
I've completed my investigation.
All right. Let's hear the details.
A drink was spilled over the processing console, shorting it out.
A drink? I ain't never heard of no saboteur dumping drinks all over equipment to destroy it. I hate to say it, but that sounds more like worker carelessness.
How many times do I have to tell you this, old man? Slug isn't behind your problems. Slug wouldn't even need to cause you problems. Your own workers do enough.
An herbicide was mixed in with fertilizer, which ended up killing the saplings.
Ha! Knew Slug was behind the damn sabotage.
Please. We're subtle, but that's too subtle. If we wanted to destroy your saplings, you'd have known them by the blackened remnants of their stems, not some half-assed poisoning.
I took care of the roaming exterminator automechs.
I see you left a few of them intact even. Smashed more than I'd like, but I guess I'm glad you didn't obliterate them all.
Never did like leaving a job half-finished myself. But that's me.
So what were the fine details of the sabotage anyhow? Were Slug's lackeys trying to get the mechanicals to kill all our waspitos?
You're worried that Slug is trying to mess with your livelihood.
Of course. And what better way to do that than by targeting our pollinizers? They'd be a hell of a pain to kill manually, but if you set the mechanicals to do it...
In your delusional fantasy, the waspitos wouldn't be out until next pollinization cycle. Wouldn't someone notice the rampant mechanicals beforehand?
That seems like a question you should be asking yourself.
Is there a way to manually initiate a pollinization cycle?
Well, yes. It's possible to manually start and end cycles in Hive Control, but we keep a careful watch on it. And there have been no non-Rizzo's personnel in or out.
Stop wasting everyone's time, Hathaway. What you're proposing is infinitely less likely than an idiot maneuver by one of your incompetent workers. I won't hear any further slander. Let's go through this one final time so even you can't confuse it, Hathaway. Slug didn't do a damn thing to your orchards. You're chasing ghosts.
Talk about ghosts all you like, but someone was screwing with my orchards. If it wasn't Slug, then who the hell was it?
No idea. Sorry.
You're a professional inspector, and all you've got to say is no idea? Laws. Well, what's done is done, I guess. Right now, we of the Orchards have to settle things with Slug. I reckon that you're about as impartial a third party as we're gonna get. Can you mediate?
Ah, what the hell. The Orchardist seems to get off on complicating what should be a simple deal, but at this point, I just want to be paid and go. The pollen in the air is agitating.
Yeah. This way I had to go with Slug because, yeah, everything was done because of the incompetence of an intern. So, yeah, you wasted Slug's time and tried to blame your screw-ups on them. Pay up.
I knew you wouldn't let us down. Thank you very much, Inspector.
What? We still have to pay them? I know the admin, buddy, and he could... No. No, this all would reflect bad on me. I'll get you your dirty money. Bastards.
Okay. That one's all the way out there. Let's just go and make that report. We seem to have decently cleared things up around the orchards section.
Rizzo's
With Halcyon Helen.
Hello there, my inordinately... Oh, you're the one who visited me. Hello again. Thanks so much for brightening my day. What authorized floor can I bring you to? Next stop, the finest seat in the house.
Okay, let's report in what we've got so far.
The misguided individual rifling through Ruth's belongings seems oblivious to our presence, Captain. Perhaps you should have a word with him.
And Nyoka's drinking again.
Whoa, sweet gibbering law. Where'd you come from? Sorry, let me just get back in character. Whoa, 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 it's not what it looks like.
Don't move. Keep your hands where I can see them.
Absolutely. My hands are well within your field of vision, and as you can see, I am holding neither weapon nor stolen goods in my palms. I seem to have wandered into the wrong premises. I have mistaken this penthouse for the Rizzo's Rangers locker room on account of my headgear cutting off my peripheral vision.
Oh, if I had my determination up high enough, I could just have Felix break his legs.
Or just rough him up.
Mm-hmm. Look at my face. Do I look like I'm in the mood for your nonsense?
Not even a little. I am acting on behalf of Mr. Black Hole Birdie.
I mean, at least he understands that.
The heck attack. I don't have a lot of time, but Mr. Birdie sent me to retrieve a message. Something he recorded from Ms. Bellamy while he was off his kilter.
What's the hurry? We've got time. Tell me everything.
It's extremely difficult for me to tell you no. In fact, I'm experiencing enormous mental anguish right now. Will you meet me later over at the pilot house? I swear, from the bottom of my employment contract, I will tell you everything I know about Ms. Bellamy's demise.
Not good enough. You're staying put.
I can't. I'm so incredibly sorry, but I can't. Please try and understand. I don't want to end up like Ms. Bellamy. Meet me over by the pilot house. It's the land complex with the big old engine that keeps us flying. I'll tell you everything I know, I swear.
He's lucky that I don't at the moment I don't have a super itchy trigger finger.
Press X it out.
Alright, so
Press him.
yeah. Let's contact the administrator, which is what we came here to do initially.
I understand there was an incident at the orchards. The pollination cycle began without my authorization. Fortunately, you managed to save most of the hive. The wasp-ketos are essential to the orchards, you see. Losing them would have cost us months of production.
Of course, losing me would have been worse.
Yes, for both of us. I don't want an unsolved murder staining the legacy of this institution. Something about this incident troubles me. The circumstances are suspicious. But let's concentrate on the matter at hand. Have you discovered anything?
Reach your cigarette. The plot thickens, Administrator.
You have my attention.
Dr. Blossom is dead, murdered by an unknown killer.
That's deeply upsetting. Dr. Leora Blossom was an extraordinary scientist and a friend. We have a murderer on the loose, Inspector, as if the death of Halcyon Helen wasn't enough of a blow to our facility.
She was in trouble when I found her. The other workers had turned violent.
Her commitment to her NDA was admirable. I'll make sure to accelerate the payout of her death benefits to her next of kin.
All I know is she recognized the killer.
Interesting. The Rizzo's family is a small family, Inspector. Most of us recognize one another. Still, any information is good information. It troubles me to believe Leora could have been murdered by one of our own. If there's anything else you'd like to share, you have my attention.
Helen insisted on touring the Rizzo's RR&DD lab.
Insisted? That's interesting. We'd scheduled a tour of the lab for Helen. Purely a public relations event to be held sometime in the indeterminate future. Then again, Helen and I were not well acquainted. I can't speak to her intentions.
What were you going to show her during the tour?
Little of consequence. We'd tour the grounds, pause at some locations appropriate for a portrait, let her shake hands with our scientists. Public relations.
She spent a little time at the orchards. I found evidence she was at a picnic.
A picnic? I don't recall approving a private social gathering at the orchards. I'll have to make a note of this information. Thank you for bringing this to my attention. Was there anything else?
Someone stole data from one of your terminals in research and development.
That's troubling, to say the least. Any transfer of proprietary data is strictly prohibited without my permission.
Don't have high enough perception for that. And that's one of my core stats, which I can't boost up yet. So, can't mention anything about can't steal that much data without an expensive cartridge. Whatever was in that data had to be important.
Everything in research and development is important. But you're right. This thief obviously knew what they were hunting. This feels like more than corporate espionage. Someone's playing with us, Inspector. And I have never in my life enjoyed games. Did you discover anything else?
I'll let you know if I learn anything else.
This incident at the orchards must be connected to Helen's murder somehow. I don't know how, but I feel it in my marrow. My apologies, Inspector. This case is under your jurisdiction, not mine. I leave it in your hands. When you're ready, I suggest a word with the hotel coroner. She should have finished her autopsy by now.
Hey, why was there a suspicious-looking mascot in my room?
Why was there a suspicious-looking mascot in your room? I'm afraid I don't understand. Is this the lead-up to a joke?
Is there something about my tone that suggests I'm joking?
My apologies. I can tell you're not, as they say in Terra 2, twisting my limb. I don't know why there was a mascot in your room. The Grand Colonial doesn't offer that kind of room service, I think.
What to say? I mean, I don't want to necessarily give away too much information, because while he is the one who hired me, just because he's the one that hired me doesn't absolve him from being a suspect.
True. It could be anybody. The murderer could be anybody. It could be you. It could even be you, Nay.
I'd be pretty impressed if it was me, considering that I was in the middle of doing bullshitting and doing some stuff on the groundbreaker when the whole murder went down.
You know, the funny thing is, I believe, like, you've played ahead in time, right?
Some of.
I say, because there's one thing where I know there's a scene where there's a murder thing, and you could just say, like, who's the culprit? I did it!
Yeah, it's been a while since I've dabbled in that one. It was a misunderstanding. I just want to know if you had anything to do with it.
I most certainly did not. My policy toward Eridanos is one of shall we say, benign negligence. I keep my distance and don't involve myself unless necessary. In any case, let me apologize for this unfortunate business. I'm sure this mascot meant no harm.
I'll take your word for it.
Was there anything else?
I'll be back. Okay, so we got that productivity queen from before, but now we have to go and speak with this mascot and speak with the coroner. Oh, I suppose while I'm here, I can also go and see to getting everyone some more perks.
Aha! Always so nice to hear you, Inspector. I'll get you to your floor on the double. To the lobby we go.
Why don't we start with going and getting that autopsy report?
Inspector, not a moment too soon. I've just finished my autopsy report.
Yeah, let's hear it.
Ruth Bellamy was killed by plasma damage to the upper vertebrae, the occipital bone, and the cerebellum. If it's any consolation, her death was instantaneous and painless. I've also discovered a poisonous compound in Miss Bellamy's stomach lining ingested during her last meal. Toxic, but not enough to kill her. Spencer Woolrich complained of a stomach ailment around the same time period. I assumed he was being, Spencer. But now I'm not so sure.
Yeah, just from the adult food.
The thought occurred to me. I tested this hypothesis by vacating the contents of my stomach and testing for the presence of the same toxin. Slightly elevated levels of mercury and an alarming amount of blue food coloring. But other than that, no. I'm certain it wasn't, as you put it, just the hotel food.
You, I mean, hardcore, but mercury is poisonous.
How is this whole system not dead yet?
Good question.
You did what?
I did science. My profession.
Someone was obviously trying to poison Helen.
Almost certainly. Well, possibly they were trying to make her extremely uncomfortable, but I suppose killing her would also satisfy that criterion.
I should go speak with Spencer then.
Conversations with Mr. Woolrich tend to spontaneously transform into monologues. You'll find him on the VIP guest floor. I'd best return to work, Inspector. Autopsies always whet my appetite, and all this talk of food is distracting me.
You're weird, but I like you.
I mean, in my experience, some of the most colorful individuals are those who work in the morgue.
Ooh, that's a game you could... No, I'm not... Yeah, I can't even make that joke. The mortician's assistant.
Yeah, I was just gonna refer to Ducky in it from NCIS.
Oh, I was making a joke on a gay.
I know what you were referring to, and that would have been a hard no either way.
Oh, that's a lovely thing to come back to. How dare I get the hard no?
Yeah, honestly, every time watching NCIS, I always enjoyed his monologues and the various bits of info he had. It's always a pleasure listening to Dr. Mallard when he was in his element.
The Grand Colonial Front Desk warmly welcomes you, Inspector. It's a pleasure to see you again. How may I be of assistance to you, Inspector?
I need access to the VIP guest floor.
I'd love to, Inspector, but I don't really have the authority. Moreover, the guests were promised exclusivity. If I let you up there, I'll never hear the end of it.
Looks like you dropped these.
Oh, how careless of me. Actually, that's not the only way I was careless. I just remembered you have VIP access rights as a special guest of Slug. Let me just set you up with VIP guest floor access. Done. You can now come and go as you please.
So before we go and speak with that person, I'm gonna go and see if we can speak to that random mascot who broke into our room. He claimed to have information. We shall see whether or not that ends up being accurate. Oh no, not more of these bastards.
Got that smile.
Who's ready for more?
Okay, that is actually pretty satisfying as far as science weapons go. Kind of reminds me of using the sweet business back in Destiny. Only difference is that the sweet business has a much larger magazine.
Okay.
Plus, with the sweet business, I'm also often putting it on Titan, pairing it with the Acton War rig, so I pretty much almost never have to reload. So now heading over to this area here. So I got 1, 2, 3 major land masses after this one.
Can't imagine where you misplaced your old pair. blood on my clothes.
Aren't those your initials? Ha! What a coincidence.
Hey, you. Come take a look. Hey, you look like you need some stuff. Fancy watch? Spare cufflink? Single earring? You want it, I've got it.
You doing okay?
Me? Oh, sure. Terrific. Never better. And as soon as I pay off my docking fines, I'll be back on my feet and in my ship.
Docking fines?
So it turns out Slug has some pretty strict rules on vehicle docking, and I may have broken a few of them. Who'd think Slug would be so strict?
Can I help?
You sure can. Buy some of my goods, and it'll count towards paying off my docking fines. And the delinquency fees that are accruing on top of them.
Right, let's see what they've got.
Spooky, spooky.
He's not in the museum.
Even if he is, no one will think you dress the same as him on purpose.
course.
Discrepancy detected nearby.
Oh, more murder. Damn. I can't believe you murdered people again.
Well, I've now maxed out my sneak skills.
Sneaker.
So yeah, basically now if I if I have a sneak attack that kills the target, it won't alert to any other enemies.
Stealth shotgun.
It ain't stealing if no one sees.
I mean, no.
I mean, in this game, basically, because unlike other games of a similar nature, where stolen stuff is still marked as stolen once you're in there, so you need to go to a fence. If you're not caught grabbing it, you're good.
Hey, you can see into the hotel rooms with that thing. Hey, you can see into the hotel rooms with that thing.
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby. Timeline discrepancy detected nearby. This empty bottle of spirits does not belong to any known corporate brand. Suspicious residue detected.
Damn.
Sturdy bottle.
Or sturdy head. Yeah, we know there's nothing up there.
The integrity of this bottle far exceeds the quality of Rizzo's standard glassware. It has likely been made to facilitate use as a bludgeoning instrument. Unlabeled bottles designed to withstand acts of violence likely originate from the Piraeus spaceport, owned and operated by Slug.
Aww.
Timeline discrepancy detected. Rizzo's company policy clearly states that all proprietary mascots must exhibit signs of physical life.
And he's also got one of those slugs on him. Puncture wounds near his collarbone. Having trouble finding an exit wound.
Excellent observation, Inspector. Have you deduced a possible cause of death?
Yes.
Mascot was
like
killed by some type of giant space leech.
This unit retracts its previous statement. Please do not speculate on the cause of death. Medical analysis complete. This mascot was likely killed by small arms fire at close range. The firearm is unique and does not exist in this unit's database.
Smallest caliber ammunition I've ever seen. These are small wounds.
Unusually small entry wounds indicate exotic weaponry. Closest approximations are 1. Incident involving a game of darts. 2. The Needler.
My God, they're playing Halo.
You beat me to it. Trying to find a more clever way of it, but trying to be fancy.
Yes, Inspector. The Needler. Bespoke handgun carried and wielded by Halcyon Helen. Famously deployed by Halcyon Helen in Terror on Monarch. This weapon was responsible for executing the Chief of the Savages, played by Spencer Woolridge.
FYI, before we go, do you think he'd miss his outfit?
This unit is incapable of providing ethical advice. This unit is also incapable of answering rhetorical questions.
I'll take his things. It's potential evidence, yeah. Oh, so an armored tossball uniform with some pretty solid armor. But rather giving me a bonus to my stealth skills, gives me a bonus to ranged weapon skills. And the ranger mascot's noggin. Decent bit of armor. With a bonus to block and inspiration. The body count is starting to build in here. Over here, let's explore.
Damn it.
Greeting protocols initiating. Greeting protocols cancelled. Phaeton cannot extend pre-programmed pleasantries at this time. Error. Phaeton requires an attitude adjustment.
Me, your gyroscopic axis is misaligned?
Affirmative.
If Phaeton's internal gyroscope's off-center, it's gonna spell
Yeah, I
trouble for
thought
the
you'd
whole
like that one,
complex.
Scorpio.
Affirmative.
That's very, very bad. How have we not crashed?
Gyroscopic misalignment creates an increasing likelihood of a critical flight path error. Possible outcomes include steering the Eridanos atmospheric complex into a storm, resulting in the destruction of the Eridanos atmospheric complex. Steering the Eridanos atmospheric complex into a lower altitude, resulting in the extreme compression of the Eridanos atmospheric complex.
What's the likelihood of any of this happening? Are we all about to die?
Response. Entropy is the eventual end state of all matter in the universe. Error. Phaeton is able to determine the likelihood of imminent catastrophe without gyroscopic realignment. Clarification of clarification. Phaeton must be realigned with the ship's internal gyroscope in order to calculate a flight path with an acceptably low margin of error.
Attitude means the orientation of a spacecraft relative to the horizon. In other words, the complex has to maintain a constant attitude and heading, or we could all, well, crash.
Assessment confirmed.
I get the point. How do I fix this?
To achieve attitude adjustment, acquire the gyroscopic alignment key, or GAC, and convey it to the gyroscope management terminal in engineering. Utilize the GAC to interface with the gyroscope management terminal and execute the gyroscopic axial realignment procedure. This will achieve an attitude adjustment.
Finally, a job worthy of my skills.
Rizos thanks you in advance for your assistance. Please note that Rizos does not pay for uncontracted labor, but a member of HR will issue a favorable remark on your permanent record. Access to engineering levels granted.
Yeah, well, that sign feels like it needs to be addressed sooner rather than later. Spork and forks. I like that.
Of course you like it. That's why you took it.
There's probably a really good chance, because one of the things I remember hearing is one of the potential flaws that you can get in the sequel is kleptomaniac. So,
I mean, you already have that.
Yeah. Now that just automates the process. From the last time I've seen mention of it, sounds like the kleptomaniac flaw in 2 is basically what you got. Whenever you scroll over something that you can grab up, sometimes they'll grab it automatically.
Oh.
Whoa, you scared the daylights out of me. Don't sneak up on a fellow like that. Say, you wouldn't happen to be the inspector investigating Halcyon Helen's murder. You look like you might fit the bill.
Pretty observant.
Hey, I got it right. You must be a real top runner to be in charge of a case like this. Oh, wait. That's why you're talking to me. I'll help however I can.
Alright, tell me what you know about Halcyon Helen and her murder.
Oh, I hate to say it, but I never met Helen. Not even in passing. I've seen a couple serials, but otherwise, I don't know anything about her. But I do know a thing or two about traps. This here's my Terror Ray Grounder, and once it works, it'll zap those wing sprats out of the sky.
Interesting contraption. You said it's not working?
Not yet. I'm missing a few parts before I can power it up. Actually, you seem capable, and I need some help getting those parts I'm missing. I can make it worth your while.
This fella sounds way too happy at the thought of killing terror rays. You think we should trust him?
I promise, it's perfectly humane. Their skin will be fried off their bones before they can feel a thing.
What parts do you need?
I've got an incomplete list here, but I'm a tad on the scatterbrain side. You mind taking a look at my terminal to certify I ain't forgetting anything?
Yeah, I got some of the items you want.
Thanks. I'll start working these things into my machine. Come back when you found the rest, and we can get to Terror Ray burning.
Okay, that one's barred.
Must you read every law-forsaken sign in the building? Some of us enjoy learning things. Oh, yeah? And what did you learn about Rizzo's armor 2 hours ago? It's not about memorizing, it's about absorbing. Okay? Let's absorb where it says exit.
Just take a bottle of Rizza Spectrum Brown. I'm sure nothing will go wrong.
Yeah,
How about-
not gonna. Not gonna.
I'm full, so I couldn't drink one myself.
Stop, you're smoking the...
Couldn't have another sip of anything. So I'm giving it to you.
I think at this point we've reached the rough cutoff time, so we got a lot of stuff that's going.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I mean, the bodies seem to be piling because now we have a mascot who's been murdered. Plus, we got that one guy who we found who's trying to make a better trap, and trying to adjust the attitude of the whole thing we're flying on, so we don't crash. Yeah, 2 of those feel a little bit more urgent than the others, or at least one of them does. You can probably work out the terror ray trap while we're here. Okay, scrap a wrecked a Sentry auto mechanical. Easy enough, just gotta find one and wreck one. Why was he need a battery that is exactly half melted?
Good question.
And just save again, just because Can't help myself.
Means mood.
So yeah, with that, I think we're good to wrap things up for tonight. Made some good progress. And, well, the mystery is only continuing to unfold. I don't think we're anywhere close to narrowing down a specific suspect yet. Save maybe Bertie Holcomb. Because he did seem to have a bit of a negative reaction at that picnic we found. But, only time will tell what we will discover. So until then, thanks again to Nickname and Scorpio for joining me. Always fun, always a pleasure. And thanks to everyone who came by to watch. Hope you all had a wonderful time, and until the next one, take care. Bye-bye.